This is Stoic, an app for automated crypto trading that invests your money like it would do in a hedge fund. Sounds interesting. If you Google the word Stoic, you will find the definition saying a person who can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining. Well, I will warn you because today I am going to complain. I have been using Stoic for about 10 months now, and today I want to talk about 4 topics that I learned within these months. The first of them being the most interesting, the profits. How much money did I make with it? The second point is how much manual control do you have over the app? The third point is the user friendliness, and last but not least, I want to have a small word about the marketing strategy of Stoic. So let's get started with the first point, the profits. According to the website, Stoic has made over 2000% of gain since March 2020. That's quite impressive, right? Well, I trusted Stoic and I invested some money in it. A lot of money. Over $30,000 were put in Stoic. And yeah, that's not the only thing, because you have to keep in mind that Stoic asks for a 5% annual management fee. In my case, that means around $650 of management fee each year. That is a lot of money. So the least you would expect is that this app takes care of your investment. Well, I invested a total of almost $13,900 and I let the magic happen. In the first weeks, things were going pretty well. As you can see in the graph, we had a gain of almost 57%, but that's not completely true, because in the first weeks I was getting some profits. Then I realized, let's invest more. So I didn't invest these $14,000 in one time, I did it in 2 takes, and that messes up the whole graph. Anyway, I was making profit and I was very happy. But then we had this major crash in the crypto market. I had some troubles with my Binance API keys. I will come back to that later. Stoic wasn't trading that good anymore, and in the end, I lost a lot of money. Right now, my balance is at $5,480. Stoic claims that is a loss of 45%, but as we all know, I invested almost $14,000, so I lost more than half of my money. When we put these numbers in a spreadsheet, we can easily calculate my profits, or let's say my loss, and brace yourself because we have a whopping 60.5% loss. Just for reference, that's almost $7,800 just gone. That's more than 4 months income, more than 4 months of hard work that is just thrown in the garbage can. Now, the website claims that Stoic has a strategy that outperforms the passive holding of Bitcoin. Well, if we put the same dates in TradingView, the start date being the date that Stoic started trading in my account and the end date today, then we see that passively holding Bitcoin would have only dropped 25%, while Stoic was at 60% loss. Also, if I look at the results of one particular day, I see that the total crypto market of this day dropped almost 6%, while Stoic dropped more than 9%. Enough about numbers, let's talk about the manual control you have in the Stoic application. The thing is, Stoic manages your portfolio completely. It trades cryptos for other cryptos, and you don't have to take care of your portfolio anymore. Stoic does everything for you. So if you want to do some manual trades within your Binance account, then you have the risk that your Stoic doesn't work properly anymore, because it will be confused, because there will be trades that aren't made by Stoic themselves. So the only option that you have is using the strategy hedging. This is a nice feature within Stoic that allows you to set a percentage that Stoic has to keep in dollars. So if you set it to 100%, then all of your money will be traded to USDT, which is the crypto variant of dollars. And that is very convenient when you follow the market. if the Bitcoin value is rising, then probably most cryptos are rising. So if you follow the Bitcoin value, then when the value is rising, you can set your hedging to 0%, which means that 100% of your money is invested in crypto. Now, this is the green case on the graph. On the other hand, if you see that the market value of Bitcoin is falling, then we have the red case. Then you can set your hedging to 100%, meaning that all of your money is in USDT, your money is safe, and it will keep its value as if it was dollars. So very interesting. But here's the caveat. It takes Stoic up to 24 hours, or in my experience even longer, to rebalance your account, which means if you set the hedging to 0%, meaning all of your money goes into crypto, you want to buy crypto, then it takes 1 day or even longer. So a lot can happen within this day. For example, this graph. You see an opportunity to buy in the yellow part because the crypto market is rising. So you decide to set your hedging to 0%, but it takes 24 hours for Stoic to apply this. So when Stoic actually buys the cryptos, then it's at the very top of the graph, which is not interesting at all. And the opposite happens when you see an opportunity to sell, when the crypto market is falling. So you decide to sell, but it takes again 24 hours. And after 24 hours, we are at the very bottom of the graph, meaning that we sell very low, which is again not interesting at all. And if you take a look at where we bought and where we sold, or actually where Stoic bought and sold, then we see that we made a lot of loss instead of gain. If we could buy or and sell immediately when we wanted, then we had gain, but now Stoic made us lose money. So in my opinion, this hedging feature is kind of a poison chalice. And one time it took even up to 3 days for my account to be rebalanced. I wrote that down in a review on the App Store, and Stoic reacted to that. And they literally said in the end, it may take longer than usual in order for your new hedge to be applied indeed. So what they did is basically they admit that they are lying. Now, there is one thing we didn't talk about, and that is Stoic's dynamic hedge. Instead of choosing a percentage that you want to hedge, you can leave the choice up to Stoic. So Stoic will decide how much of your money it invests in crypto. And you would expect that the smart AI system would know when to buy and when to sell and predict the market. But instead, during this period, when crypto lost almost 35% in 2 months, it just kept the same dynamic hedge, being 30% dollars and 70% crypto. So I also lost a lot of money with that. So yeah, I would say that you have a lot more control over your portfolio if you buy and sell your coins via Binance directly, where you don't have to pay a 5% management fee. But let's talk about user friendliness. Let's admit this app looks very cool. Big thumbs up for their design team. If you open the app, you have a bottom menu with three parts. So you have the first part, your portfolio. You have this graph where you can see your gain or loss, and also an overview of which coins you have in your portfolio. The second menu opens an inbox, it's called, but it's nothing more than a weekly meme with a very short description of what happened on the crypto market that week. The third menu is your profile or your settings menu. And here, among others, you have to set your API key. And that is a pain in the ass. You have to create this key within Binance, but first you have to undergo a long verification procedure. After key creation, you have to copy it into Stoic, and then it has a limited availability. After 90 days, it just expires without you being noticed. In fact, one time I noticed that my Stoic account wasn't trading anymore. So then I noticed that this API key was expired. I fixed it, and then the day afterwards, I got this email from Stoic saying that my Binance API key didn't work anymore. So yeah, a little bit too late. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend anyone who isn't familiar with computers to set up a Stoic account because yeah, it just isn't that easy. In this final chapter, I will talk a little bit about the marketing of Stoic because they also have a very good marketing team. The way I got to know them was via Facebook advertising, and it looks very tempting. They have these advertisements that it's like a magic money making machine. You just put your money in it, and the magic of Stoic's AI takes care of it. Also, their website looks very professional. It's also promises a lot, like over 2000% gain and beats Bitcoin, fully automated. And then I clicked to the team and I saw that there were a lot of renowned advisors. Not that I know them, but I clicked to their LinkedIn and it turns out that they are real professors, and it's also mentioned on their LinkedIn that they are advisors at the company behind Stoic, Cindicator. And that's the moment when I trusted Stoic and when I put a lot of money in them. Something I regret, but hey, Stoic also has a referral program which gives you discount if you get a friend to use Stoic. And you can get up to 5 friends to use Stoic to get a 50% discount on their annual management fee. So it's a referral program, something that is also known from the more questionable services. So that's also a way they get new customers. Besides that, there are also, of course, reviews. If you look it up, you will find the Trustpilot page where they have surprisingly good reviews. But let me explain that. One time I opened my Stoic app and I just had a pop-up there in which they begged to write a good review on Trustpilot. Unfortunately, I don't have a screenshot of that. But also, from time to time, they have these challenges that they ask you to write a good review and they will drop $100 to random people that wrote a review. So I believe that that is the reason why there are a lot of good reviews. Also some bad reviews, of course. Most of the reviews are either 5 stars or either 1 star. My conclusion is that Stoic is probably interesting in a bull market where the price of crypto is continuously rising. But what we saw in the past year, and I think what we will also see in the coming years, because the golden era of cryptocurrency is over, is that there is a fluctuating market. In this scenario, it's important to react quickly on the market changes, and that's something that Stoic doesn't do. Stoic trades your coins once every 24 hours, but a lot of things can happen in 24 hours. Also, Stoic relies on altcoins, but what we see lately is that most altcoins tend to follow the trend of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin falls, then everything in the crypto market falls. However, you have some manual control over your portfolio by the hedging strategy of Stoic. However, it also takes up to 24 hours or even more to apply these hedging changes, as we discussed earlier. So in the end, it will cause only more damage. But that's my experience with Stoic after 10 months of using it. I don't think that I will extend my subscription for another year. I think I might go back to Binance and do some old school manual trading over there without having to pay a 5% yearly management fee. That's my opinion. Now it's up to you to decide what you think of Stoic. Thanks for watching and good luck with the trading. Bye.